I'm pretty sure you all liked Rahul Dravid's recent cred ad. He was Gali Ka Gunda and he was cute Gali Ka Gunda, and nobody have seen Rahul Dravid in that kind of avatar, so probably that got him more points. Likewise, I also liked him in that ad, but I look at it little differently. Maybe he was angry in the ad for some other reasons which you and me don't know. But let's see. But beyond that, I see Cred as a Ponzi startup, and you would have seen from the headlines. I call it a Ponzi startup. Why? Every startup must solve a problem in terms of a business idea, so that in the longer run it is becoming a viable business model. But what problem is credit card solving? Let's look at this. What problem is credit card solving? Do you know one problem credit is solving? Please write me in the comment box. For me, I don't see it is solving any problem. Yeah, I know you all would say you can pay all your credit card bills from one platform and get rewarded. But getting rewarded, is that a problem? It is a matter of money. If you have lot of money, you can just throw it anyway, whether it is through rewards or some other means, yeah, or cashbacks, rewards, direct cash, discounts. You can do anyway, but for that you need to continuously earn more money. And if you have better answer than that, please write me in the comment box. I would incorporate them probably in my next video whenever I do a credit video, and I would also give you credit for that. Please do highlight me the business model or the problem credit is trying to solve. Okay, it is trying to solve, we can pay, let's say, credit card bills, but were we not doing it using net banking? Were we not doing it through auto debit feature? Phone Pay, Paytm, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, they all are giving us rewards, cash rewards or rewards of different nature. So what is credit doing? I think in terms of even the deep pockets, these are far bigger names. Can cred displace them from their position and make a place for them, make a place for it? Let's see. But I don't see it a problem. But Mr. Kunal Shah invented this problem. He not only invented it, but he decided to fix that problem by creating or building a credit platform where he can pump up a lot of money, and then that money, with the help of that money, he can earn few thousands of rupees or few lakhs of rupees or maybe few hundreds of thousands of rupees. You still don't agree? In FY19, I'm sure these are quite publicized numbers, so you would have seen them. In FY19, Cred spent about 63 crore rupees in its 5 months of existence. 5 months of existence, and 63 crore rupees the expenditure, and the revenue was zero. Yes, zero. They earned 0 rupees by spending 63 crore rupees. And in FY20, we all saw how Cred came up into existence and into the fame. They had this marketing blitz in IPL 2020 with all yesteryear stars, whether it is Madhuri Dixit, Anil Kapoor, Govinda, Mithun, film directors, film producers, I think music directors, singers, everybody was there promoting Cred. I'm sure, of course, they have their reasons to promote Cred, and Cred, because of these all things, spent over 700 rupees in 2020 to earn 1 rupee. I know Cred has huge fan base, so they would all start abusing me, and Kunal Shah himself is getting a celebrity status slowly. But do criticize me if I sound little unreasonable, but I'm sure you would have your doubts sometimes. But of course you would also know that all these startups burn cash. So what is how Cred is so different? So why are we so critical of Cred? To answer that, I would give you some examples, and the examples I would give you is every startup, whether you call it Amazon when it was a startup, and then you call it Flipkart, Paytm, Uber, Airbnb, they are solving a real world problem. Amazon, for example, solved a big problem of e-commerce. Then if we talk about Flipkart, Flipkart gave the confidence to the Indians to shop online without worrying about lot of factors. And then you had Paytm. Paytm came up with this digital wallet concept when nobody knew what that concept is all about. I'm pretty sure they are not new ideas, but they brought in the concept and they gave a big boost to digitization in India. That's why their journey cannot be just ignored like that. Then you have Airbnb, Oyo, many other names. They all are solving a problem, and this problem is going to stay forever. That's why their business model provides a good business. Their approach provides a good business model. But in terms of CRED, what is it doing? Can it be sustained? Can it sustain for long? I have my doubts. But to give it to CRED, maybe they have some future roadmap. We don't know that right now. They cannot continue spending or burning money without having any proper revenue. So let's keep that question aside for the time being. But I want to raise a bigger point, right? I want to make a bigger point. So let me give you some example, and that will be a different example in this case. For example, do you want to buy, let's say, a Fiat car or Ambassador car at the moment? Or let's say, do you want to set up a company which services Fiat and Ambassador, or maybe Maruti 800? We all know if they are running on the roads, probably they will need servicing. But in terms of new buyers will not buy these cars. Therefore, no point opening a service center when you don't have enough volumes. That's why I call these things 90s products. Likewise, credit card itself was a 90s conception and a product. And let us look at the problems we had in banking in 90s. We had to go for everything. We had to go to the bank for everything. For example, for deposits, for withdrawals, for transfers, for everything you had to go and visit the bank. And the easiest way to make transfers were through the checkbooks. And checkbooks used to take days to clean up, to clear up. Okay, and in those days, you didn't have any way to know whether these things are getting successful or not. So every transaction was manual, slow, painful, costly. And when credit card companies came up with this idea of instant transactions at merchant store, it was quite appreciated because things were happening quite fast, and you had instant loan without worrying going to the bank. You can buy things right on time, and that's why I call it 19 business. And slowly so credit card solved some problems. For example, they arrange for funds, they arrange the technological advancement, they manage this whole ecosystem very well with a very little cost, which is roughly maybe 2% of the transaction cost we have seen. But over the period, we know now the same credit card features or the way credit card used to work are becoming an issue. For example, you need a POS machine to really transact. You need a card so that you can swipe that card in the POS machine. Sometimes a lot of merchants don't accept that because every transaction incurs some cost on their front. Sometimes they pass it on to the consumer, so consumer feels the pinch, so they prefer to have these transactions in cash. And if you don't pay the money back on time, you incur 24 to 36% in interest charge, which is very high. And on top of that, you had annual fees concept. So if you don't spend little bit of money a certain threshold of money on your credit card, you will be charged annual fees from these credit card companies, right? So fast forward 2021, and we know how things have changed, especially in India. What do you have in India now? You have instant payment infrastructure available readily with the help of UPI, with the help of IMPS, with the help of digital wallets. So these all things have come in and played a big role in instant payment mechanisms, right? And in this digitization theme, if you look at, we don't need the POS machine, we don't have the transaction charges for every transaction. However, one thing was still lacking, and that thing was instant loan, which was the core feature of, let's say, credit card. You can go and buy things and pay later on. But with the evolution of these digital wallets in terms of payment banks, and RBI promoting these small payment banks and allowing them to have small deposits, as well as allowing them to offer instant loans to their customers. And everybody knows the costliest loan a bank offers is the personal loan, which is about 10 to 12% in India at the moment, which is 50% or more than 50% less than the 24% to 36% which is charged by the credit card customers. And we all know there is no transaction fees. You can do n number of transactions, and also these transactions are cheaper because you don't have to install any machine on the merchant side, and merchants are also happy. They don't have to pay any money from their end, right? So if you look at this whole infrastructure now, what we have on instant payment with the help of digital payment bank readily available to offer you instant loans at 10% rate, why would anybody go and have a credit card? I don't see any value in having credit card. On top of that, these banks or these payment banks, whether it is PhonePe, they are not yet though the bank, but these wallets will slowly turn as the payment bank. I'm thinking in that way. So the credit card business in principle will gradually come down, and I think that will become very difficult going forward. So now we come back to our earlier question: how would cred pan out their future or its future, right? You have credit cards, bigger problem, decline, a longer term strategic decline which is difficult to reverse. And if credit card, or if cred were to be successful, credit card must remain and grow, because the decline business slowly will go out of the market. Things go very fast in these times. Other than that, some of the other problems I have already highlighted: 10% personal loan versus 24 to 36% of interest rate, the transaction fees charged. And some of the proponents of cred's business model say that okay, they can do customer profiling when they pay the credit card bills. But you tell me, if you really look at it, when I pay a credit card bill, what a platform gets, for example PhonePe, they only get the detail that I made, for example, 100 rupees payment to this credit card. They don't know how did I spend those 100 rupees, where did I go, whether that was for hospitalization, whether that was for medication, whether that was for some fun, some leisure, some cinema experience, or some, let's say, foreign visit. They have no ideas. And how would they do the profiling? And in absence of profiling, can they really come up with customized, customer specific recommendations for, let's say, to have more customer engagements? I have my doubts. If you think so, maybe you should write me down. I would try to learn more about it, but I have my serious doubts on the recommendation system which they can come up with later on. Let us look at some of the other products they have. One of them is RentPay, and the other one of them is CredCash. CredCash is nothing but an instant loan. I have my reservations on that, which is regulatory. I don't think in India or probably anywhere you can offer loans without being in the RBI's purview. So the regulatory challenges will still be there, but I leave that discussion open. I don't want to put a lot of focus on that because their main business is credit card payment. And then you have rent pay, and rent pay itself is into a very small scale. A lot of people live in rent, but you all know, when your landlord don't even lend you or give you, let's say, his PAN card because of the fear of unnecessary income tax, you think you make a transaction from CRED to their platform, to their bank, and they would be happy. The person who is not giving you PAN card to avoid income tax would not give you that. So, but still there might be few people would be accepting the payment in banks. They would use it, no problem with that, but that will be in a very small scale. You don't expect these to go to small tier 2, tier 3 cities, even in metro cities, very top 1% people, less than 1% of people. Okay, so that will never be able to scale the way they would have thought about it. So ultimately, if these all problems are there, then what is the marketing blitz is all about? These all film stars, musicians, cricketers, everybody. What is it Mr. Kunal Shah trying to do? Is it because to hide the basic flawed concept of credit card payment system? I don't know. I want to leave this discussion open because there is a lot of journey we will track from CRED, and I'm happy if it proves me wrong and if it becomes a very profitable business. But I have my reservations with CRED, especially when you have sky high valuations, you get fame. I think I know some of the tidbits of how Mr. Kunal Shah wants to take it forward. Soon, probably in few days, I will come up with the strategy Kunal Shah is going to adopt with CRED, and that would be somehow based on some of the learnings I have. Okay, till that time, please do take care, stay connected, join us if you have not joined us. We will keep coming with some of the very interesting analysis, and hopefully you will find these discussions useful. Thank you.